Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, and a very good morning to my dear friends, the dignitaries here, and all of you, the gurus of modern India. I'm really honored and pleased to be here among all of you, and really it's a great pleasure to come all the way, thanks to our director and Aksa to invite me here. We are going to quickly talk about a country with a population of 1.3 million, 13 lakh log hai sir. With what we can learn for a country of 1.3 billion, also we are taking ahead, right? And this country, which is very young country, got independence in 1991, very recently. And when they got independence, they had almost nothing. No resources, no manpower, no money, no machinery. Let me start by saying this famous story of lines from Japan. If you plan for 1 year, grow rice. In 1 year, rice is ready, we can have it. If you plan for 10 years, then grow trees. So you'll have fruits and wood and so many things, shadow. But if you are planning for hundreds of years and generations, then grow human beings. And that's what we are doing, and you are doing predominantly, right? So welcome to Estonia, which is Europe's Silicon Valley, the country with largest per capita startups, unicorns, and everything happens digitally. And being digital is the next revolution, as we all know. Famously said by our scientist Albert Einstein that there are 5 levels of intelligence. Starting with smart, then after smart we have intelligent, then we have brilliant, then comes genius, and after genius we have simple. So we have to make things simple, and you make things simple by making them digital. आप UPI payment करते हो, 1 second में हो जाता है. Something amazing we don't even have in countries like Estonia and Finland. Something great to learn about. So Estonia really realized that we have no resources. We have to take everything online. So they took education and they took all the governance, e-governance, completely online. They said we don't want to set up offices, we don't have people, so let everything happen online. Until last year I used to say that only 3 things were not registered online in Estonia: getting married, getting divorced, and buying a real estate property. But from this year, we can also get married online and we can buy a real estate property online. For divorce, we have to come personally. So, very quick overview about what Estonia is. Population of 1.3 million, area of 45,000 square kilometer, 5,000 square kilometer more than Holland, but Holland is 18 million, whereas Estonia is just 1.3. Currency is euro, part of EU, Eurozone, OECD, NATO, and so on and so forth, right? So, yeah. We will see quickly what the society is. The entire country is covered by broadband, and we have basic human rights, that is access to internet. 99% of services are offered online. So when we had COVID, there was no problem because everybody was everything was available online. People didn't have to visit anyways, and people are not used to visiting any offices in Estonia. 99% people, almost they have digital ID, first country to use blockchain and run it completely. They have their digital embassy in Luxembourg, so in case if Estonia is attacked by any country, they can run it completely online also from Luxembourg, country in the cloud. They save 5 days and 2% of GDP by doing digital signatures. So since I have been there last 6-7 years, I have never signed any paper, and none of the Indians have signed any papers even for employment. So everything happens online. And more than 55% people vote online, which is very unique, doesn't happen in countries like US, Germany, Israel or India, right? 96% people pay taxes online when they are at the airport or they are having sauna, right? And 99% companies are registered online. So you all can also register your company if you want online. Digital business environment, as I mentioned, and very important thing here is e-residency. That means you can become an e-resident. It's like having an Aadhaar card of an, let's say, Indian citizen. So if I'm a foreigner, but I want to access any service here, open UPI and all that, then I need Aadhaar. So Estonian government says that you can become a global or e-resident any part of the world, and you can start your company completely online. So we do that through IBCCI. So e-residency again, as we were talking about, and there are a lot of e-residents present here, including Haq Saab as well. So you can reach out to him for more details. And we have Sandeep and a lot of other people also who are e-residents. Ease of doing business is very simple, as I mentioned, quite digital. Very important thing here is corporate income tax. That is, if your company makes profit, and if you keep that profit on your bank account or use it for your company expenses, you pay 0% corporate income tax, unlike in India or in US, right? So you can use that money or profit to grow your company further. Education overview, so that's what we are talking about. And the first guru or the first teacher we all have in our life is our mother, right? And if mother is busy, if she's loaded with a lot of work and everything, can we truly prosper as a nation? I see our ladies, our mothers here are overburdened, to be honest. They have so many things to do, and we, the children, are over-pampered, right? So our mothers are busy. So Estonia said, if we want to create a great nation, we have to invest in education, and we have to make sure that the first teachers, that are mothers, have their time. And how they make sure? Estonia has the highest amount of maternity leave in the world, 18 months of paid maternity leave. And on 19th month, when you go to work, you have to drop your child to a kindergarten on 19th month. And every kindergarten is just few blocks away. You just dress up your child and take the child to kindergarten, where breakfast is served, lunch, evening snacks, afternoon they have nice beds to sleep, warm blankets, they have wash machines and all things of this height so that they can operate. They make them quite independent right early on age, right? And this independence helps mother to be more productive, more efficient, and they contribute much more for the economy. So this is what bringing Estonia as the true innovation and digital education. This helped Estonia become #1 in PISA ranking, that is Program for International Student Assessment. And in this they rank #1 in Europe and entire OECD countries, right? In school they have programs like 3D printing, robotics, computer programming, and they have lifelong learning. And all education, everything is online. All the public schools, so all schools are public. So right from 18th month, when the child is admitted in kindergarten, till the time child goes to the first grade is 7th year. Till that time in kindergarten. And we going from India, when I used to go and ask our daughters after the day, how was your day and what did you learn? And they are like, no, Dida, we didn't learn anything, we played. After a month, the same answer. So I asked the teacher, I said, teacher, in India, by this time they would be learning so many rhymes and everything that we have to say. Here they don't learn anything, I mean, you're not teaching anything. They said the best way of learning for these kids is by playing. by interacting with everyone, right? This is the best way of learning, and then I stop asking those questions, what are you learning, right? So they go to first grade at the age of 7. Education is completely free. Also, the school, the child, when admitted in first grade, a daughter, son, goes to school by all herself or himself by using a public transport. They have the school ID card, which is also their public transport card. They can tap it in bus, train, anywhere, tram, and they go to school without parents. It's that safe. One of the reasons is the ladies. The more than 55% of the population is ladies, including bus drivers, to all the things you can think of. Even our hairdressers are ladies. So there, they do not think. When our daughters arrived first time, they were very small, 2-3 years old. And first day they shouted, "Dida, look, the bus driver is a lady, a girl." I said, "Yeah, I know. We are coming from India and it's a bit unusual, but here it's very common." So they do not, as Khan Saab said, that education is a true equalizer, and they do not distinguish between a girl and a boy. All things are equal there, and everything right from the beginning, the daughters are taught that whatever a son can do, so could you. So this is the teaching that they impart right from the beginning. Some of the IBCCI visits, and it's very easy. The country is very flat and very simple, as I said. So he was the former Prime Minister, and of course it's very easy to meet any member of parliament, prime minister or president, and reach out. So it's very flat, not a bureaucratic country, very transparent. And our ambassador as well, who is here in India. So this is what we have been doing. In Estonia, education is given the utmost importance, and taxpayers' money is really put to use in education. So when the child goes to universities, even the university education is free of cost. So parents, and again, the teachers, they don't have to worry about the fees. In US, the parents have to worry what will happen once the child is out of school. But here, right from kindergarten till the time the child is out of education, the master's or PhD, everything is free. So this is how we have set the well-being of the children, and also of the teachers, of the parents, and also the students are not overburdened. So we do not have this concept of tuitions in Estonia. I have not seen a single student who goes for tuitions or classes, but they just learn in school, and that's great enough. Schools, even though they are public schools, free of cost, but they have swimming pools, they have all the modern equipment, sports facilities, the cafeterias are, unbelievable. Breakfast, lunch, second lunch, if they have, when the child is in first grade, the child can stay, because if mother is working and school is over by 1, mother has to come home by 5, then you can have your child admitted in a long day group, and again the child will get extra lunch by the government. So these are the benefits which we also believe we can provide to our generation here, bring this kind of a well-being to the society. And with this, I would like to also welcome all of you. We have our local director, Haq Sahab, here, and we would like to also welcome all the teachers and all of you who are present here for teachers trainings, students educational tours, exchange programs, and cooperation. So please try to reach out to Haq Sahab and to us, and we will be happy to welcome you all and show you what Estonia has to offer. And with this, I would like to also quickly show one small video which shows the life, day-to-day life of Estonia. but it's also okay if there is no voice.
For example, in Estonia, you can see on the streets package delivery robots. They walk here. Our people are currently learning how to live in the world where some of us are people, some of us are cars, and some of us are robots, which is a hugely valuable lesson. In the rest of the developed world, people rely on digitalized services in the private sector. In Estonia, this is also true for the government. 99% of our services are delivered online. We have given our people digital passports, digital IDs, and they can use it for all kinds of services.
Estonia might be a tiny country, but it's doing big things when it comes to bringing technology and government into lockstep. And they're calling it e-Estonia.
1 and 2, and 1 and 2. You're good.
You think so?
Yeah, you're natural.
Alright, one sentence. What is e-Estonia?
I think it's an ecosystem where private and public sector both work together to provide complex services to people. You need both sectors to work together. It can't be only private sector or only government.
Yeah. Whoa! So that sounds like a theory, right?
No, it's right. It's a practical thing. Do you know how many backdoors are in Estonia?
How many?
Or we can do internet voting and things like that. We basically solve
Internet voting?
Yeah, voting over the internet.
Huh.
I can show you like how can I track my children at school. Here's an app. You can see my son here against the class, and the top 5, so not bad.
And this is like a public school, like everyone.
Yeah, it's mandatory. Every school has to have a system.
Since the days of the Soviet space program, Estonia has been a tech hub. And since their independence in 1991, technology has been baked into its institutions, especially educational.
Täna me räägime sellist asja nagu 3D printi. Vaata, mis on kõik sellega võimalik. Ma saadan ringi ka käima, et saate vaadata ja anna sõbrale edasi. Ühesõnaga, sellega on võimalik teha miljon toredaid asju.
In lots of Estonian schools, there are 3D printers.
Really?
Just to print out, this is easy. There are lots of designs, but they have to design themselves something. And this is important, to be a creator, not only a consumer.
So these kids designed little shapes on a